Salutations, my name's Kartosael and welcome back to another episode of the Dark Trilogy. Last time we turned redstone liquid in order to eventually make these things. These nice energy conduits, which apparently hold a little bit of power on their own, as you can see in the top screen. But regardless, this was empty, not to my surprise. But the power is full, so whatever. So over the last couple of episodes we've done a lot of progression, really steaming forwards in the terms of machines and whatnot. And today I want to kind of change it up a bit by doing a bit more automation, because in the end that's what most of those mods are really about, automating stuff. So let's actually get to that. One of the things I really want to automate is called clear glass. This is clear glass, red stain to be exact. I'm using blue stain in the magic section, as you can see. I really like the way the glass looks. And you make it by throwing sand into the smeltery. I really love that I have such a big smeltery. It allows me to throw in so many items. And then of course we have to wait for it to melt. We'll have to grab new lava soon, probably upgrade this tank before doing that. But so far it's doing just fine. So the glass is now melted down and you can already visually see that's a lot of glass. That's going to be a lot of work. It's 64 blocks. So what you do is you right click the faucet, wait for the casting basin to fill up. There we go, wait for it to cool down. And right click it again. Now that is a ridiculously large amount of work. I mean, really, that's just no fun, is it? So we are going to try to automate it. Now there are several ways to try and go about it, but we are limited with regards to piping. So we could just pipe it straight out of here into the casting basin and pipe the items out. However, that will only work if you have only one type of liquid in here. If you only have molten glass, because if not, it will try to take out all the liquids. In this case, it will also try to take out the aluminum brass, which is certainly not what we want. So we need to change it up a little bit. And we are going to be using golems from Thaumcraft. Now, golems are actually kind of cute little helpers that should get us on our way. But we need a lot of stuff to get that. First of all, we need stone bricks. Now that's pretty easy. And we need 4 humanus, 4 motus and 4 spiritus. Which, if you are unfamiliar with Thaumcraft, is just a really load of mumble jumble. Thankfully I am slightly familiar with it. So every item that at least I have scanned, you can see if I hold shift it has an aspect. Now what we need is 4 of those silly people, 4 spirit and 4 motus. Spiritus is easily gained from soul sand, because spiritus does mean spirit or soul. So they're Latin terms. It's a bit, I don't know, precocious, I don't know. We needed 4 humanus, I think that's in zombie flash, yes. And we needed 4 motus. Motus is always the one I'm kind of forgetting where that's in, so we go to basic information. Did a little bit of research, as you can see. Then again, it truly is only a little bit what I have done. Should get into that maybe. So you can go over here, the aspects, you can see them all. Look for the one you are needing. In our case that's motus. Hover over it and you see exactly where it is in. And apparently it's in rubber, but only the buildcraft kind, I think. Not quite sure which kind that is even. Do I have some of those candy bars they look like? I don't think we do. So the next best thing is actually using trapdoors. Because really they don't cost too much wood. didn't provide enough. So there we go. And let's first make it sleep. This might be too much. No, it's enough. Oh, bother. Get back there. Sleep a night away. And head to our little Thaumcraft building, which has not changed at all since the last time I was here. So, what we are going to do to make a golem is we can't just put this in a crafting table. As you can see, it requires a crucible, which is this thing, which I apparently forgot to fill with water. There we go. In a minute you will see it will start bubbling, which means it's ready for some alchemy. There we go. What this is called, this manner of crafting. So we need this in there before we throw in the stone bricks. I think the Thaumonomicon, this book, calls this item you throw in a catalyst, but that will be technically incorrect because a catalyst per definition does not change through a reaction. But that's just the whiny little chemist I am. So let's get 4 Humanus in, 4 Motus and 4 Spiritus. Because I have the goggles of revealing on me, I can actually see what's inside. We have to do it somewhat quick. And throw this guy in. There we go. However, as you can see, there's still other stuff in that. To get that out, you shift right click it. And you get this purple goo, which is very bad for your health, actually. If it's gas, you can just leave it open to the sky and it will float away ever so gently. Sometimes it's a liquid and you just have to clean it up. Although that is slightly more annoying. Every time you make something in Thaumcraft, it's always good to throw it on the ground and scan it. Right, I kind of forgot about my ring of magnetization. Oh, I did scan it though. As you can see, it's not a one-on-one what we got back. We actually lost half of what we put in there. So actually let's get rid of this. So now we have a stone golem, which is great, but we need many more items, including what I kind of forgot was a Golemancer bell. I believe that's pretty easy to craft. See if I remember this from the top of the head. If so, I'm not sure that's a good sign. Now there could be several reasons why it's not working. Either the recipe I am trying to do is completely incorrect, or it requires the special crafting table. And it does, but I do not have sufficient viz, which is stored in wands. There we go. Now this item is crucial for any Golemancer. Let's scan it, because it allows you to tell the golems what to do. Now, when you put this little golem down, first I'll scan it again. Sounds weird, but this is an entity, whereas the thing in your inventory is more like an item. So, you can scan it twice. Now we have made this thing, but as you can see, it's hung his head. It doesn't look very lively. That's because it does not work. A bit like a robot that requires programming, a golem requires a golem core. Now, you make that by surrounding niter with bricks. Niter is yet another thing you have to craft through alchemy. See, alchemy, niter, we need 3 ignis, 3 lux and 3 potentia. I kind of thought it was 4 for some reason. Of course we need water. Oh look, here's water. Don't need it water anyway, so... And we need to wait for it to boil. Yes, you do need to fire below the cauldron. And we throw in some coal, because that has both potentia, the lightning bolt, and ignis. And throw in this. That should be enough. There we go. You can also not shift right click it. In that case it will keep its water, but it will dissolve on its own. But because there's only like 2 in there, it should not be too bad. So you can put that there. See, we again do not have to require this. Actually, this stuff also does not have to require this, because we need 5.25 ordo and 5.25 ignis. Or if we put this in there, it's cheaper because the cap you put on these wands actually influences how cheap it's going to be. So I'm going to gather some vis. Again, this series is not a Thumbcraft tutorial. For that, I suggest you check out my Thumbcraft series on my channel. So I'll be right back. Here we are, crafted enough vis and we can create a blank golem animation call. I pronounce that really weird. So again, it's a Thumbcraft thing, so let's throw it on the ground and scan it. Now, the blank golem call is kind of exactly what it says it is. Blank. You use this to create an actual programming from gathering, filling, emptying, or decanting. These are the ones I have discovered, and decanting is the one we want, because this allows a golem to transport fluids from one container to the other, and actually has a filter available. However, we need 5 vacuous, this guy, and 5 aqua, both of which are supposedly fairly easy to obtain. I believe aqua is inside sugarcane. Do not ask me the logic behind why some aspects are in some items, because I do not know. Let's put these back. And we need 5 vacuous. What I kind of always use for that are bowls, because mainly it's the only thing they have, so you're not overloading your cauldron with anything you do not want in there, which is really nice. So let's head back, and here we are. No permanent damage. Just 5. Yeah. Why does it say 0? Uh-oh. I do believe that the bowls are bugged for some ambiguous reason, which is really annoying. So I need to find another source. It should have worked though. Does that mean that they are all bugged? Because because the nitro is kind of annoying to make. You need to throw in a glowstone, which is pretty expensive. I do not feel willing to test that. Now you look empty as well. This is bloody annoying. Apparently vacuous is slightly bugged. And what about... Oh, I haven't scanned the bucket yet. You're working. But you're you're really expensive. You know what? Maybe I don't know, cheat it in? I don't know, that feels bad. Then again, having bugged items is also quite bad. I'm going to think about it for a little bit and I'll be right back. So these little vials actually appear to be working, which is nice. You create them like this. It's still a bit more expensive than I'm willing to admit, but this should work. There we go. We now have a golem animation core of decanting. And let's get rid of you. As we can see, we now have the liquid goop, which you can get rid of in several ways. Just do it like this. Now, to actually get that automated system going... Oh, bit of a lag. Whoa, a lot of berries. Might as well harvest them whenever they're here. And put them in the cache. Yeah, inventory also is a bit buggy. As you can see, they were there, but you couldn't see them. So, much like this thing, I want a tank for our liquid molten glass. Need to break through let's just do it over here. Actually also need a chest. We're going to need a lot more of items actually. So we're also going to need, do I still have some here? I'm going to need a couple of pipes. Oh yeah, we have them. Just go for stone fluid pipes, and cobblestone normal pipes. Hopefully it's enough. If not, we'll make some extra. Oh, you're almost done macerating. Oh wow, you have been working hard. Which is very good, of course. Keep going down. Means that you... Oh well. Apparently had more macerated iron than I thought I had. I came here for something else. You. Yes. The cactus green I've been gathering. Because we are going to need to make this guy. Pipe sealant. So we can turn this into a wooden fluid pipe. Now, as I said before, do I have a drain? We do have a drain and we have a basin. Here we go. So let's add an extra drain. Now as you can see, this thing is no longer functional. But if we add the drain, it should, there we go, be alright. Now the golem, you have to give it a home location. In this case, this are you seriously wearing a hat? Oh my word, that's... I don't know how to feel about that. The hat mod actually adds hats to my golem. If I do this, does it count as collecting a hat? No. And we can now add the decanting. As you can see, it now has a bucket. Kind of. Now, what I have to do is right click this guy, so I can configure him, and left click this drain. But if I do that, he will try and take all the liquids and put it in here. He is not going to look at the liquid in here until he has something. So even if this is completely filled with liquid glass and nothing else can go in there, kind of a little runner bug. If his bucket is empty, he will still go here, and if there's something else like molten iron, he'll take it, then go over here and be, oh, it couldn't fit in there, and stuck forever. Golems are not very intelligent, you have to think for them. So we are going to add a little filter, which is easy enough because you just right click the guy and you can set a filter. Oh, I add an extra bucket, right. So I'm going to just put the bucket here in the casting table, right click the faucet, and we should have a bucket of molten glass. Stupid inventory management sometimes. Molten glass bucket, whatever. So right click this guy, put it in here, and now we'll only accept molten glass. I think if I right click, no, shift right click, no. There was a way to add it, I just don't remember how. Like this? No. Oh, we can add. I have another idea. There we go. Had to go in there anyway. So now we can tell the golem, you know, see this drain? Right click it. You should take liquid. As you can see, it's now faithfully carrying juice. Actually, no, if we, there we go. Why did I get a stupid bucket in my inventory again? I wanted you on the right side. There we go. Because I want a chest over here. For the liquid, the solid glass. So let's make a chest. And put it right here. Now of course we need to actually get the liquid out. And make it solid. So let's take the wooden pipe, like so. Casting basin. Going to look a bit silly, I agree. And this guy. don't think I can add a... Oh, I can. Look at that. So it should start pumping liquid into this thing. Though it will solidify and then do nothing. Oh, that's not good. Be right back. I have no idea why it crashed, but it kind of did. Okay, so it is making glass? Yes. Now, of course, we need to get the glass out. So let's grab a normal wooden pipe, because these are solid objects. We don't need any liquid pipes. Or funnel them all the way up. Not too happy about that. Oh, I know. How about we just stick the wooden pipe to the side? Like that. Should work. I certainly hope so. Add this thing and this. Turn it on. And as soon as this solidifies, it should take the glass out. Ah, look at that. And I can just put the glass in there. It's not very fast, but it is working right now. It's fully automated. So now whenever I throw glass in here, you can see all the glass is gone. This tank will slowly fill up. I might actually need more tanks. And it will turn into glass. Very nice. Very nice. It is, in all the mold packs, easier to do with fluid ducts and item ducts from thermal expansion. But this mod doesn't have it. And I actually kind of designed this system on my own, so I'm slightly proud of it. Come on, become night already. So yeah, that is my method of automating clear glass in the Dark Trilogy pack. Tiny sleep. Here we go. So there's that. Great. Now, with regards to the next episode, maybe, because some people have been saying they want to kind of see how the world looks. And I guess I do assume too much that people know how the world looks, even though it's modded. And they want me to do a more exploration-oriented episode. You know exactly who you are. So, I might do that. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that in a different dimension though. Who knows? So, yeah. Because I'm not really an explorer at heart. Never have been. Probably never will be. I'm more of a builder, I'm more of a tinkerer. But there we go. We automated clear glass production and I'm very proud of myself. Because someone has to be. Thank you all very much for watching. My name is Kartosael and I do hope to see you again in the next episode.